Hello everybody, this is a quick review on my Jack LaLanne Power Juicer Express. I'm about to juice some apples and I just wanted to get a quick video of this before I do so. So this is the juicer itself. I don't really have a good comparison. I guess I'll just put my apple there so you can get an idea of the size. So just get a full go around. You can see the cord here. It's actually nice and long in case your outlet's always away from your juicing location. So you've got your pusher here, and it's got a flat spot on the back, so you can kind of see it there to kind of keep it in place, and then it's got some gripper teeth on it there. They don't really do much. It just pushes the fruit down. It does kind of spin in here a little bit, but probably don't want it to fit real tight anyhow. So I'll just take this apart real quick so you can see all the components. I bought this at Kohl's for about $120. It was on sale. I believe it was about $120. And if you're familiar with Kohl's, they usually do some pretty good deals, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30% off, depending on when it is. And then you can use your, if you use your card, you generally get some kind of Kohl's cash back, like $10 to use in the store, stuff like that. So that's something to take into consideration too. Okay, you got your lockdown handle here. I'm going to pull it down. It's got a switch. If it's down, it doesn't turn on. Here's the power switch here. So then if it's up, it does turn on. Nice safety feature there. So we're going to take this down, and that unlocks the juicer itself. So then we can take our chute out, and then our top here, our top piece, just lifts off, and there'll be a lot of pulp and stuff underneath of there after you juice. Now you've got your blade here and your screen. Now some units, these two are actually separate. You can see there's some screws here, so I do believe you could replace this. These teeth, this thing spins and chews the fruit, and then it sends the juice through the screen, screens out the pulp, and then I think it just kind of throws the pulp into the pulp catcher itself, which I can slide off now, and then you can get a look at that. So here it is. It's ergonomic. It's got nice grip on the back, you know, and no tight nooks and crannies for anything to hide in. It's pretty easily washable, and usually this takes two hands, but I'm holding the camera here, so if you pull up evenly, this pops right out, which I'm just gonna do that. So hold on a second here. There it is. I pulled it up, and you can see it just kind of pushes down on there. Excuse me. So there's our main components here, and then this part here catches the juice. It's got that rim down there, and you can see it goes down through that hole, and that rubber deal right there on the chute is actually a stopper. So if at any time maybe your glass is getting full and you need to stop the juice flow, just push that up and it'll stop the juice flow. I would imagine you won't want to do that too long if you're still shoving fruit in there, because then it would overflow inside here once it filled up that ring. So then that piece comes off as well, and then you're just left with the base here, and it's got the motor. And everything here is machine washable, except for, of course, the motor. You don't put that in the dishwasher. So I'll put it back together here, and I'll juice an apple. This just kind of slides on the back there. It's got to be in place, or else the machine also will not turn on if it's not put on correctly. So if it's slid out, you'll tell, but you can see it dropped down. Everything's nice and flush. So now we'll lock it back down. Try the power. Turns on. Everything's working. Now there's my apple. Let me grab a cutting board here And unfortunately, I don't have another hand to hold the camera or a tripod available, so bear with me here. I'm just going to cut the apple in half, and normally I like to I take the seeds out. You don't have to. I like to take the core out. This piece here is pretty good, just how it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that through so you can see what exactly comes out the juicer. Here, let me grab a glass. My only complaint with this is that the juice chute itself is a little too low for a large glass. You can only put a small size glass under there. You can see I've got two glasses here, and my large glass does not fit under there, so that's my only complaint. I suppose you could set it up higher on a pedestal of some sort. Now, it's recommended that you turn on the machine always before putting any fruit into the chute, and you want to, if you're doing multiple fruits, you want to alternate. So obviously the apple don't have much pulp, so if I was going to do apples, pineapples, oranges, I would want to do my apple, it's got less pulp, do some pineapple, switch back to your apple, maybe run some oranges. They do that because it's recommended because the pulp will actually clog the screen in there, and then you'll have to clean it more. But if you alternate, then your fruits with less pulp, the juice will actually help keep that screen free of clogging. So let me run an apple here so you can get an idea of what we have. So turn the power switch on. I'm going to drop the apple in, and then I'll place my chute in there. You don't actually press down, you just let it do its job. So I'll drop the apple in now, and here we go. Now I've got my hand on it, but I'm barely putting any pressure. Now I'm going to give it a little because it's not doing anything. So here it comes. Now I still have a piece of apple down in there, I can see. So I'll turn the machine off here. Now that's something interesting. These are a different type of apple. I haven't ran this type of apple yet. I got a bad apple there, but I can't remember what type of apple these are. Burmese or something like that. Anyways, they start with a B. But I ran the Minnesota Honeycrisp apple through this, and it looked normal like regular apple juice. Now this apple tends to be more reddish color. You could see when it was coming out of there, you could actually see it a lot better. But anyhow, you can see it's more red. I'll give it a taste here and let you know. It's a little more on the sweet side, actually. I'm a little surprised it's quite a bit sweeter than the Honeycrisp. But that'll be okay. That'll be good with the carrot juice and your greens, your celery, parsley, whatever type of drink you're making, and that'll help sweeten it and make it more bearable. So anyhow, now you can see I've got some pulp back in here, and I'll go ahead and take this down a little bit. I'm going to unplug it first. I don't like to open it up, even though it's got the safety features. I like to unplug it, but I'll just go ahead and pick this up so you can see there's part of my apple. That's a real thin slice there. It didn't get pushed all the way through. Obviously your pusher can't push it all the way down against the teeth, otherwise your teeth will be grinding on the pusher. So there's going to always be that little bit of space for tolerance. And I'll give you an idea. I'll get this out of here. You can see that's a thin piece. So there's not much waste. You can see where it was chewing away at it. And if I wanted, I could drop that back in there, and it would definitely chew it back up. So just give you an idea. There it is. And all you can see in there, the juice. So that's it. That's how it works. There are 3 things in the manual that they suggest not running through the juicer. One being an avocado, it does not have a lot of juice, as well as a banana, and there was a third fruit in there that I'm failing to remember at this moment, but this is a fairly one of the things you want to look for when you're buying a juicer is the size of the chute is one of the biggest things, because you're not going to want to be chopping all your fruit up to put in there. You're going to fail at juicing if that's what you have to do, just because of the fact it's more work. So a large chute is better, and this has a really decent sized chute. I can actually almost fit that whole apple. Maybe even these smaller ones will, but yeah, I could fit that whole apple in there if I wanted. So that's a good size chute. Good bang for your dollar here. Some of them other juicers, they run upwards of $300–400, and this one was right around that $100 mark, just being over that at $120 on sale at Kohl's. So any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to respond. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.